Hey, everybody.
What is going on? What is
Welcome
going on?
to WWE Dynamite.
All right, JR Jr. over there.
Did I say that wrong?
Yeah, it's all good. You know,
Dynamite.
listen.
No, he was.
I'm not just like JR. You've been around WWE for the longest time, so all you want to say is WWE every time.
No, it's been purchased. Long-term storytelling.
No.
JR bought it for WWE. Bam, that's why they've been firing so many people.
No.
I'm here.
No.
Yes, but welcome to AEW Dynamite Review. It is finally back on Wednesdays, which means we are finally back on Thursdays.
Exactly. Takes us a while.
We weren't doing that mess on Sunday mornings and stuff like
Saturday, Sundays, whatever it was, wasn't happening.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening.
All
I got crazy life.
not to get to the finals. So
I'm not talking about that. I'm already angry about that.
So it's a mess to begin with. So my friend. What Dynamite back on Wednesdays, last one at Daly's place before they hit the road again.
But then come back anyway.
Yeah, in like 2 weeks, right? Is it Miami here? It's Miami, Daly's place, and then Texas.
It was Miami. I thought it was somewhere in 2 weeks, yeah. Britsburg, here we come. They're coming here in October.
Which means, that's what I mean. Like, it's close. They might. I don't understand why they didn't squeeze us in August after Pittsburgh. Just hit PA twice.
They may not have been able to. That's why.
So, whatever. I guess we'll wait until October. That's when our first Dynamite was, October. So
it was. They're sick of the same schedule. That's all. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. See every October.
Yep. That's fine with me. How about we switch though from Temple to I don't know, the center? I'd be good with that.
Or we Uber down there so we don't have to look for parking for 17 hours.
No. The issue is that we didn't know about that other parking, and then we didn't know that we could have just checked out instead of just waiting that long line afterwards. That was great. That was a great time.
Disaster. So guys, Dynamite. It was a really, really good salute to Daly's place to end their stay in that pandemic era and get everything on course. It started off with a bang. You had the Young Bucks. They were there. They were sporting the newest of dues. We had a handlebar mustache from.
If I could take this out, it was like this.
Yeah, like it was just this was off. It was just meh. And then we had Matt with the porn star musty.
Yep.
Pure porn.
Kenny ends up pulling the mustache off later on in the evening as well.
Kenny has the Triple H. Yeah, he went for the Triple H mustache thing going on.
I don't know, Invasion. Everything's speaking out right now.
I'm telling you. And then AEW Dynamite turns into WWE Dynamite.
Not happening.
Can't wait for Roman versus Kenny.
Not even my kids want to hear that. They were screaming about it.
They were terrified by that. So the show begins obviously with a splash. We have Kingston and Penta.
Mad King Eddie Kingston. Get it right.
Buck.
Mad King. Mad King Eddie Kingston.
He's a mad king to say the least.
It was a good match. I mean, this is a good match, and we finally saw the tag team champions lose
in like over a year. I said it's
been forever
since they actually lost a match. So, and this is the first, from what I heard on, I believe Wrestle Talk this is the first time they have in one of these eliminator matches that they have. This is the first time that the challengers actually won. In all the other eliminator matches, it's usually a big old L for the challengers.
It is. So as I'm saying, this is a big one. But again, they want to put this in front of the fans in Miami. That's what this is. This is the Miami match. What is it called? Rampage? Or
no, that's the other show. It's called the Road Rager.
Road Rager. That's it. Road Rager. It's close enough. The same thing. You know?
No, the Road Rager. It's when you're angry on the road.
That should be a great live show in Miami with the crowd, with those four guys in the ring again. I don't see them winning the titles. I don't want to see them win the titles.
No, but it's a good match to have.
I think you hold that for Pride and Powerful. I think they've been on a great run.
Yeah,
I think that they're going to beat up FTR and they're going to take it to the spot.
New York.
That would be That'd be dope. Yeah.
But
the next pay-per-view, pay-per-view is in Chicago, and that's usually I say that usually is when AEW minus TNT title changes hands. Yeah. Always at a pay-per-view. The only time the world title changed hand was at the New Year's. The Christmas
Smash
episode,
or Bash or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it wasn't a pay-per-view. But like that was a TV episode. That's the only time they changed hands on a regular title, because the tag titles, I'm pretty sure they changed hands at a pay-per-view. Did they not? Both times, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because FTR beat Hangman and Kenny at the pay-per-view, and then FTR lost to the Bucks at the pay-per-view. At the next pay-per-view that they had, right? Because it was a short reign for the FTR.
Yeah, it was very short. I kind of crap, but it was short. But yeah, I thought they should have a longer reign than that. But they obviously had bigger plans with them with this whole Pinnacle angle. I just hope that the Pinnacle and the Inner Circle, I get they're feuding with each other, but at some point, you gotta start putting gold on some of these guys. Like, it's like a feud between two groups that don't have any belts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great to like fight for pride, but at some point, someone has to be the one with the bigger cojones, the bigger man sausage.
Well, so you say that
I got the belt, you know. Like,
and I felt like that should have been Inner Circle's upcoming. Like, Jericho had the title, you give the tag titles to Pride and Powerful, and then when the TNT title came into play, you give that to Sammy, and they didn't.
They never like gave the other ones titles. Like, I just think
I thought it would have been a perfect. It would have been, but I understand why they didn't do it. I do. They didn't want to be like the Undisputed Era of the NXT. Like, they wanted them. You know, they're good. They're great wrestlers, but these guys they still have to get to overcome. So I understand why they didn't do it, and like I get that they don't want to try and be like the competition. So I understand why they didn't do it. But I think if like they came out the gate like that, it maybe would have been. But I mean, SCU had a great run. Paige and Kenny had a great run with the titles. I mean, FTR had a short run, but I mean, literally the titles only had 4 owners of the title, so it's not like it's been too short.
It's not flip flopping hands, every 5 seconds.
It's good. The only one that flip flops hands, which makes sense, is a TNT title. I mean, that one makes the most sense. Right. And like, I think Sammy should get that title next, but I honestly think you're going to see Andrade El Idolo is the one who ends up beating Miro. I think at the end of the day. That is my prediction from here.
Well, they built him up enough. I think like he's building himself up enough. Let's be real, Miro, that he's probably maybe a few months away from being the heavyweight title contender instead. He's just becoming that good. Like,
I just don't. I don't see it happening. I don't see him taking the title yet. I mean,
no. I meant in the picture. Like,
it would be no, but it would be great. Like I was listening to What Culture, and they made a good point. What if, like, because as we'll talk about later on, what if Adam Page, gets his title shot and ends up failing, and instead of that heroic upbringing, he just falls down, and then you bring Miro and take out Kenny Omega.
Oh, I think that's the perfect move. I don't think you should have Hangman.
I think Hangman Page should. I think Hangman Page should win it. But when I was listening to the guy talk, I was like, you know what? Like, it's a sad story, and it would continue on with Adam Page's just sad storyline they've been building for like a year and a half now. Like, the alcoholism just picks up even higher and all stuff. Like, it's like, I get it, but like, I don't know. It'll be interesting. But the first match, I got you. Was great. Then you got into you had a Luchasaurus promo with Christian Cage. That was just a quick one. Just talking to Christian Cage. Said he's a dinosaur. He knows a dinosaur, or he's a dinosaur.
He was doing
our dinosaur, something like that.
Doing that thing he keeps doing weirdly, where he keeps on like hyping up Jungle Jack.
Man.
By the way, Jungle Jack has become he's become a man over the weekend. He now is officially with Anna Jay.
Really?
So the Dark Order got they got Jungle Boy. They finally got Jungle Boy. They thought they had him when they had Griff Garrison. Now they finally got Jungle Boy. All they needed was Anna Jay. Yeah, after the heavyweight fight with Omega, he released a picture of him and Anna Jay smooching in the parking lot. And he had a handful of the old tuchus. Handful of it. He was letting it go.
That Stu Grayson thing on BET, but
so Jungle Boy, and now he has Anna Jane, as people are calling her. Get it? Anna.
Yes, I do.
Jane.
I get it. I don't like it. No.
But yeah, so that's a big news for him.
Good for him.
Said, well,
I mean, good for both of them.
Heavyweight title, Anna Jay.
I'll take Anna Jay too. You know, it is what it is.
He won something. Good for him.
Exactly. Then you had Tony Schiavone and Ethan Page going back and forth.
Ethan Page is one of the greatest people I've ever heard on a microphone. He's doing great work here with this coffin match that him and Darby are supposed to have. Won't be next week. From what I heard on one of the sites was
it had to do with Miami's recent thing.
Yeah, you don't want to have a coffin match with the that building collapse. It's just not a call.
Yeah.
So it was cool of them to like delay it. Like pull that shit until you go to Texas.
They made the reasoning of the gouging of the eyes and wanting the rest, which is fine. I mean, I understand going that route.
It's a cool way to delay it without making it without no answer at all. So
without making a big deal about it, really. It really comes down to.
So that will be a week away. Darby Allin also is part of the cast of Jackass 4.
Really?
So he will be in that movie. They found that out yesterday as well. So Darby's doing some big things. So Darby's going to be on the big screen. Ethan Page and him are going to beat the death out of each other in a few weeks.
Yep. And then Sting brought out the coffin. They did some Scorpion death drops, a bunch of random stuff. You know, all good stuff. All good stuff that happened there.
Yeah, very good. Then, I'm okay with that.
And then Jungle Boy goes for his 50th win against
Jack Evans.
Jack Evans from the Heavens? Jack Evans from the No, this is you're doing an Angelico dance.
But his dance is the best dance.
But yes, Jack Evans from the Heavens, and he got his 50th win. He is the first wrestler of AEW to get his 50th win.
Which is crazy. That's a lot.
It is. I mean, good for him. Again, I mean, you can't – these guys are good. They put on a great match, and you expect that from these two guys. I mean, these two guys are athletic. They are they high fly a lot. They do a lot of maneuvers, and they got a lot of maneuvers in there and were able to pull that off. So that was a great match. Then you had MJF get something off his chest in a quick promo.
A good promo too, like where him and he went after Jericho again. They're going to have some kind of stare down next week, and he's going to discuss stipulations for a match and one last match between him and Jericho. And then he said that he hit you with a poignant, told Sammy, "You are the future of AEW, but I'm the present," and just shut it down right there. So it was a cool promo by MJF. It was short and sweet, and I don't know what the hell is going on with him and Jericho. There's speculation, maybe a retirement match.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking retirement match. He'll go on the road, but Jericho still won a couple more years. Jericho won a couple more years, so
yeah, I think something that's going to have Jericho go away for a little bit, so he can like get his Fozzy stuff together because they're going on tour very shortly. He said it wouldn't affect his schedule, but maybe they're going to give it to him anyway. But yeah, so that was the gist of that. What do we have next, my friend?
Then you had the Andrade talking about Matt something. Interrupting him last week.
In a state of Scarface.
How dare you interrupt? How dare you call Matt something? Seidel. It's Matt Seidel. We're not on Impact, okay? There is no Jake something anymore. No. We have a something. His name is Seidel. He's a fantastic wrestler. He's traveled the world. Something. He's traveled the world just as much as Andrade has, if not more. So but I mean, that's his gimmick. He's going to say what he's going to say. I like so they're set up for a match next week at Road Rager, so that should be good.
His the first official AEW match in El Idolo's career. So, I'm very excited to see that.
You knew they were waiting for full crowds because Miami's going to be packed.
Oh yeah.
Then you had the Tony Schiavone and Kenny Omega interview, but Kenny basically saying that no one can beat him. No one can beat him. He's done. He's leaving. He's taking a break because no one can touch him. No one can defeat him.
Then the Dark Order come out. No Hangman, but the Dark Order come out. And they say, no. There's still one guy you have not beaten yet. And so they keep saying, if it's the guy you think I'm talking about. They never mention Hangman. Backstage segment where Hangman charged in, asked them why they did that.
Oh yeah, that was after the match. Yeah, go ahead.
And then the Dark Order kind of reinforced that, look, dude, you got this. You got this. You can do this. So
we believe in you. Believe in yourself.
Yeah, we'll see if there'll be some real Cowboy-esque coming up in a few weeks or so, confronting Kenny Omega.
Should be good, hopefully. I think we'll see it. Like I said, as we talked about earlier, this could be the one where he doesn't win, as Jeff says. Maybe not have him win this one, and then you do give this to Miro, and it's a whole big flip flop. I mean, I think I've said I think it's Hangman's to take from Kenny, but
of course,
I mean, I understand where Jeff's come from and the thing I was reading earlier. So then you jump into the TNT match with Brian Pillman Jr. taking on Miro, the Redeemer. Miro, the Redeemer. He is no longer
God's favorite champion.
Yes, God's favorite champion. He is the Redeemer.
While we were gone, he also had one of the greatest promos on earth. He said, "I want to thank God for keeping me powerful and keeping my super hot wife flexible."
Yep. This was last week. He said this.
He is a king. He is a true king. This guy, I know in the beginning we were really nervous about how they did Miro. We're like, wow, this guy's kind of poop. The whole him and Kip thing. We're like, what the hell are they doing?
I liked it, but it wasn't how you wanted him to come out.
They fixed it completely, and Miro found out who he wants to be in AEW, and he found out he found that voice that he wants to have. This whole got rid of the best man gimmick, and now he's the Redeemer and God's favorite champion.
God's favorite champion,
dude. Let him roll with it.
Dude, that's what it is. He's God's favorite champion.
Murdering people. So
it's great. It's great to see.
Pillman got some good offense in, but
it was all Miro's match,
Miro as it has been, as he should be. Yeah,
it's been Miro's match from the very beginning since he came into it. So there was nothing different that happened really there. But again, it showcased that Brian Pillman at least could hang in a little bit longer than some other ones. But nothing too crazy.
But no, nothing crazy. A Miro win, keep him rolling. I love it.
Then we had Team Taz real quick just come up with a promo saying to clear up this air between Cage and Starks. It's going to be the FTW Championship on the line in 2 weeks, right? Is that what they said, Jeff? 2 weeks, remember?
Yeah, because the 14th is going to be when they do.
And it's going to be FTW title, and it's going to clear the air. They're going to fight it out. I have a feeling it's going to be the end of Brian Cage and Team Taz. I think that's why they're putting the FTW title on the line. It's only the second time I think this thing's ever been defended in AEW. Not that they recognize it for anything, but I think that's what's going to happen here. STX sponsor us as well, by the way. Just going to put that out there.
Hey.
Listen, my kids play lacrosse. Need the help. So I mean, I think that's it's a good possibility that's what happens in 2 weeks. We'll see. I mean, they've been building for this for weeks, so why not? Starks is finally feeling better. I think they were trying to do it earlier, but with Starks getting injured, they had to wait for his neck to heal from that drop that Page did to him.
Yeah, I think honestly,
then Page and Cage are going to tag up, and then we're going to have it all. You know what? It's going to be Page, and Cage. It's going to be the two Cages with the Page for the Trios title that they announced for Rampage. See, at Rampage. Gotcha.
Rampage, Campage. Oof, that's going to be a lot.
Let's go. Then
Cage in action here on Rampage.
Exactly. It's going to be
WWE Rampage.
No, not. Anyway, then you had what was a match you didn't expect to really be great, was the Britt Baker Rebel versus Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero.
And they didn't disappoint. It was not good.
So I hopefully Rebel's better. Sorry, hopefully Rebel's better. She dislocated her knee in the match just by going to break up a pin, and she's been training. That's the worst part. She hasn't wrestled that much, and she's been training for this match and got hurt just by trying to break a pin. And you saw Nyla basically pick her up and carry her out of the ring. It was sad because I said just on that aspect of it. I mean, it wasn't the best match, but I mean, listen, they still went out there, did the thing. I mean, Vicky Guerrero, again, who doesn't wrestle, was out there doing her thing. I respect all of these women for going out there and doing what they do. I'm never going to take that away from them.
I thought for sure we were going to get, but this is where the Selena Vega would show up. Would be Vicky would come out and she goes, "You really thought I was going to wrestle?" kind of thing. And then you replace your partner with somebody who actually is a talented attraction, someone who actually can fight.
Wrestle.
But they didn't have that. That was
and again, like I said, I mean, for
it was,
the lack
I just in general don't like the chemistry between Britt Baker and Nyla Rose. It wasn't great the first time around, and it still doesn't feel great. It's still odd. Like I'm hoping that like when they put on their one-on-one match and they get the two amateurs out of the ring, because at the end of the day, Vicky is not a full-time wrestler.
No, and Rebel isn't either. Like I said,
and Rebel isn't. So like if maybe when you get them one-on-one without having to worry about like
I still did more than
handling them, they'll put on a better match. But this was not a good match. I was like, this. It just seems off to me.
I'm excited to see the Britt Baker Nyla Rose thing, because there's no way Britt Baker's losing the title this early. It'd be a shock. Let me put it this way: if they did it, I'd be really, really shocked. Yeah. And I don't see it happening, but that would be the shock, because again, as we stated earlier in the day, in this thing, AEW keeps titles on their champions for a while. Like
you're not going to have a flip like that.
The shortest reign for TNT was like 6 weeks or something like that.
Right.
So, and Nyla Rose has already won the title. I don't think they're going to make her the first ever double champion. But I could be wrong. Again, could be wrong. I just don't see it happening.
That wouldn't be a good call.
Then we get into our final match, which was by far one of the best matches. Listen, there have been some great matches this year, but this is definitely a top candidate for one of the best matches of the year, between MJF and Sammy Guevara.
Yes.
It was fantastic. I like the part where they said he flew like a Super Saiyan, because I am a huge Dragon Ball fan, like Sammy Guevara.
I don't know what that means, but haha.
It was great. I mean, I love that line they threw in there. But, dude, he flew from inside the ring on the top rope over the guardrail into MJF. I was just
telling you, when you're a kid, you truly enjoy those moments. And when you're an adult, you're terrified that person might be dead.
Well, that's what I was like, oh, God, my back started hurting. As soon as I saw that,
because it looked like at first, I was like, oh, is he going to? Because like they didn't necessarily separate those chairs. He had a very small window to hit.
Yeah, he did.
It was MJF. If you don't hit MJF, you were going to come down full speed on a chair that isn't friendly. So when he did hit MJF, it did look like I thought for a second he bonked his head on a chair. But after a few replays, he nailed that perfectly, man.
He had MJF hit. He had caught him at the right point, and MJF, because I thought MJF hit the back of his head on the chair too when he went back.
Yeah, right.
Like they literally had everything. It's like the fans moved out the way perfectly for that line. Dude, he hit him just the right spot.
He killed it. It was fantastic. Very happy with him.
But again, it was a great match. They put on a great show. I've never seen, and this is only the second time I want to say ever that I've ever seen someone kick out of someone else's finisher in AEW ever. Unlike the other company who Jim Ross did mention, who they always kick out of their finishers multiple times. This is only the second time you've ever seen someone kick out of the 630 and the GTO,
and the
GT. What is it? It's the GTO.
Yeah, they go to sleep.
Oh, it's GTS, right? Go to sleep. That's what it's GTS. Sorry.
And they also kicked out of the.
Sorry, he didn't kick out of the GTS.
The second turnbuckle tombstone.
Oh my God! The second turnbuckle tombstone.
I thought he was dead.
Did you see him?
When his face was
back, and it was like,
I think he was like giving himself a deep sigh of relief that he did not die.
Well, yeah, but the best part is
that's scary, man.
Jericho was like, "This is the first time I've ever seen this in America," because they've done it in New Japan.
Yeah, but they don't do it here.
They don't do that here, and then you saw that, and then when MJF hurt his knee. Now I don't know if it really happened or not, because you didn't hear anything about that. Like you heard about Rebel actually really getting injured, so I'm assuming MJF really didn't get injured. But like the way they played it off,
just a kayfabe thing.
The way they played it off, like I think they both got somewhat hurt on that, because MJF sold it really well, and when he went to pick up Sammy, I'm pretty sure he was telling him, "Listen, I think I may be someone hurt. I think I may have hurt you. Let's fall down a couple times and sell this shit like crazy," because they sold it great. If that was how they planned to sell it, that was great. If they talked it out right then and there on that spot, listen, even better. Like they played it off fantastic.
I think it was for both of them, to be honest. I think that after the pile driver spot, I think Sammy was still a bit funky after it, and I think his knee, maybe it did bump a little bit. And I think because they had a couple pin. Like, remember he kind of like rolled over to pin him? Put his arm on him?
It took a while.
And both their faces were like here. Yeah. I think that he might have said like, "Yo, you okay?" And he's like, "Give me a minute." So they just kept on doing that. Like they kind of get up and then they both fall down, and it gives them time just to like.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I think they were both like, "Listen, I think we need to fall down a couple times." Like, because Sammy looked like I said, Sammy looked like he got knocked out, and MJF's knee definitely like he hit that really hard, and I was like, "Ooh." because
so
like
I
even
think
on
it was
that,
kind of like to get
even
them
on
both
that,
together there.
even on the surprise roll up where Sammy went to go get him, he was a little late, obviously, but they jumped on it, and it was like, okay, like it's still good. They put on a great match. It was
And
fantastic.
Yep, I was definitely a match of the year candidate.
Yep, and they ended the
Killer
year.
match.
They ended the whole Dynamite with one of the best.
Well, obviously MJF won after Sean
sorry,
Spears.
I forgot that. I apologize. Yes,
Sean Spears,
the chairman,
hit Sammy with a chair when he was not
to the
looking.
head
After Wardlow threw Jericho off
the
stage.
side of the stage. Yes. Yes.
So yes, MJF does get the win, but he gets it in his normal heel goofball tactics. I'm okay with it. It was a great match.
And again, they don't overuse this. That's the best.
No.
I want to people want to complain like, oh, here we go, get distracted. AEW, doesn't have distraction finishes that often. So this was very, very rare. They use it at the right times, and it was done perfect. And they went off air with the promo package of all of the pandemic era AEW stuff and the Brody Lee stuff. They highlighted a lot of Brody Lee, and it was sad and emotional. It brought back all of that emotion of his passing. R.I.P.
Yeah,
Brody
I wasn't
Lee.
prepared for that. You guys, that was not a cool move, AEW. I didn't know.
It was a great package.
I didn't know you were about to drop like the saddest package of all time on me. Like it brought back a lot of emotions. Like I didn't realize over the last 16 months how many things happened in AEW. Like you guys really did get me, and I guess I'm assuming you as well, like through this pandemic. Like the amount of entertainment that they have brought to us in the last year through a pandemic is amazing to me. So
it is.
It was a great video package. Everything was perfect. And then, God damn it.
And
JR.
tears. And then
JR.
As
I'm crying, JR was like, there's no best place to find live television and live wrestling. It's on WWE Dynamite.
And listen,
I cursed right away.
He owned up to it. He owned up to it, though. He did. He owned up to it, right?
Gaffe, man. It is what
it is. What it is. Yeah, you make mistakes. He's been there for 700 years, 800 years, 900, however long he's been there. So, like, I get it. You know, I remember when I've changed companies from time to time, it's happened to me before, and I've answered the phone as my old company, go, oh, sorry, I don't work anymore. My bad.
Yeah.
Like,
and of course, then, like, everybody was saying, well, remember he said that Kenny Omega was the WWE champion? Yes, we know. He said some gaffes, dude. Who cares? He's still a legend. And at the end of the day, of course, the Young Bucks doing Young Buck things, they changed their bio again on Twitter. It says, Kingston and Penta, when we fight you, it will be on a real show, WWE Dynamite. So they're like, yeah, we're heels. We're definitely going after this one. So
you got to. You got to. I respect it.
Overall, an amazing episode of WWE will be firing even more people today. So stay tuned.
Hey, maybe we'll be back into a video just on the firings. You know?
We might be back for the firings. But yeah, so
AEW pick up some more stars and let's keep it going.
So Dynamite was great.
Wait for Aleister Black to premiere. I want Tyler Breeze to premiere. Let's go.
I think Tyler Breeze will be a Impact star, but I think that
you think him and Fandango go Impact?
Yeah, I think Tommy End will definitely show up in AEW to whoop some Tokus. Hi.
Yes, Star.
But
right
AEW
here.
Was great.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Do you have anything for me?
Oh, I do. Hold on.
Hold, please.
I almost forgot this.
Oh, he almost forgot something.
I did. Sorry, I forgot to wear it all show. So I figured just for you.
Guy.
Just for you, buddy. We got the champ right here. My champ is right here.
Don't worry. All out coming.
This, and I'll still win it. Don't worry. Champion.
I'm going to win an all out and it'll be my championship again. Don't you worry about it. Okay?
Keep dreaming.
Enjoy it while you have it.
She is. She's a champ right here. She's got this.
Oh, well, then I can't beat her. She's too good.
Yep.
She's too good to be beat.
See, she's a champ.
I love it.
See, she's holding up. It's all her. She's got the title. See, look, she's holding up for you. She's ready to go.
I can't. Yeah, I definitely can't beat her.
She said, "Bring it."
Mm-mm.
All right.
I'm getting off before I get beat up. You know.
All right. So we may be back. There is more firings. And we may talk about some other stuff later on. So
yes, sir.
Jeff, as always, it's been a pleasure. And everybody, don't forget to check out our music video on July 16th.
Yes, July 16th.
Peace.
We will see you then. Bye. Bam. Okay, now I'm going to end it.